Good morning again. My name is Deborah Jones. I'm an Associate Account Executive at SANDAG's iCommute program. I want to welcome you to the webinar today and provide a few housekeeping notes before we get started. You'll see a box on the right-hand side of your screen for questions. Please feel free to type your questions throughout the presentation and we'll save time at the end to address them. Also, we're recording this webinar in case you'd like to watch it again or share it within your organization. We'll also be emailing out a copy to all participants today. So here's what we have on our agenda today for the webinar. I'll start with a brief overview about SANDAG iCommute program. Next, I'll be going over the various campaigns and promotions we have going on for Rideshare Week, both for commuters and employers. And after that, I'll pass it over to our partner and title sponsor of Rideshare Week, Waze Carpool, to give us an overview of their carpool system with an emphasis on their partner program as an accelerator to your carpool program. iCommute is the Transportation Demand Management Program, or TDM program at SANDAG. We're excited to be celebrating our 10th year anniversary as iCommute. Through our programs and services, we promote and encourage sustainable commute choices across the region, mainly through employers and key points of contact we call ETCs, or Employee Transportation Coordinators. The overarching goals of the program are to reduce drive-alone trips, reduce traffic congestion, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Through the iCommute Employer Services Program, employers receive free assistance setting up or improving their employee commuter program. Our hallmark is surveying employees to find out how they get to work and which modes of transportation they'd be interested in trying. We map out the results and offer a trip reduction plan. Marketing materials and some special incentives are also something we offer employers that we work with. There's an opportunity to be recognized for commuter program excellence through our Diamond Award program, which I'll talk about shortly. So now on to Rideshare Week. Rideshare Week is a national promotion that encourages commuters to try carpooling, vanpooling, or transit to get to work. Reimagine your commute. This year, we're proud to have Waze Carpool as the title sponsor and to have them presenting at this webinar. Enjoy the convenience of ride sharing. Get there faster when you use the HOV lane and reduce your carbon footprint. Thanks to Waze Carpool, throughout the week of Rideshare Week, which is September 30th through October 4th, San Diego County commuters can enjoy $1 flat rides. More on the promotion and the app from Waze Carpool coming up. We'd also like to thank our two transit partners, MTS and NCTD, for making transit free on Wednesday, October 2nd. Free Ride Day is being held in conjunction with the California Clean Air Day, so you're encouraged to ride the train, bus, or trolley that day for free. Free Ride Day was a huge success for the first time last year. MTS logged 53,000 extra passenger trips, and the Green Line trolley's ridership spiked by 37%. So you too can take advantage of this successful program. Additionally, commuters are entered into our social media contest during Rideshare Week on the iCommute Facebook page. You and your employees can take a Rideshare selfie, share a story, or how you've reimagined your commute, and comment on the designated post during Rideshare Week for a chance to win an iPad, a grand prize iPad. Now, for employers, a Rideshare Week is a time to promote different ways of getting to work for your employees. Use Rideshare Week as a way to combine it with your wellness fair, for example. By sharing the ride, your employees can reduce stress and be more productive at work. We have many examples from employers around the region that investing in an alternative commute program for your employees helps your bottom line and with your green sustainability goals. To participate and get your marketing materials, please register online. The link is on our website, icommutesd.com, and the email you received from us recently. Once you're registered, you'll get an e-toolkit with all you need to encourage employees to try ride sharing and create a buzz leading up to Rideshare Week. For signing up, your company or organization will be listed in a newspaper ad and receive a shout out on our social media channels. You also get a coveted Diamond Award for participating. Here are some ways to promote Rideshare Week with your employees. Get started. Announce your participation by email, in your company newsletter, or at a staff or all-hands meeting. Create a buzz. Show support. If you know a staff member that is interested in changing up their commute, give them an attaboy. Help them download the Waze Carpool app. Tell them about carpool parking or your nearest bus or trolley stop. Get your employees ready and pump up that excitement before Rideshare starts on September 30th. Build and reinforce the momentum. For example, host a booth or a table on site, combine Rideshare Week and commuting with your wellness open enrollment fair, or host a special transportation fair of your own or a lunch and learn about commute options and your company's commuter program. Maybe you want to set up an internal challenge. This is a fun way to grow the enthusiasm with some healthy competition. Staff to staff, department to department, division to division. Have folks challenge each other. Set up a leaderboard or a chat on your internal message boards. And how about rewarding employees? How about reserving a prime parking spot for carpools or van pools? Those prized parking spots. Here's your chance to reward employees who share their commute during Rideshare Week with the perfect parking spot. Make a sign, tie some balloons, and celebrate. And then you can recognize your employees for making a difference. People love to be recognized. Find a way to highlight your super commuters during Rideshare Week. It could be simply in your company newsletter or by email, or a call out by management. By doing it, you just may help your colleagues continue on with their new sustainable commute. And then finally, Diamond Awards. Our Diamond Awards program recognizes employers with exemplary commuter benefit programs. It's a points-based program with 3 ways to earn points. In this photo, you'll see the winners we had from last year's Diamond Awards. This year, we have even more winners. 131 employers will be recognized at this year's Diamond Award reception, which will be held in late September, for their work through June 30th, 2019. And as I mentioned, for participating in Rideshare Week, you'll earn a Diamond Award point for your company and also one for tuning into this webinar. Then you're just 3 points away from getting your Bronze Tier Award. Contact iCommute for more information about this program and how you too can be recognized for your commuter program. Employers of all sizes are encouraged to join in. Now I'd like to switch gears and have Waze Carpool talk about their carpool app and some special features for employers. I'd like to introduce Hector Valdez from Waze Carpool.
Hi, thank you, Deborah, for the introduction. As Deborah said, my name is Hector Soliman Valdez. I am a partner manager based out of the Playa Vista office in Los Angeles. My team is responsible for partnerships in Southern California and the Pacific Northwest. We actually have a lot of great partnerships going on, specifically in San Diego. So I wanted to start off today by talking about the Waze that you know. You probably know Waze as a navigation app that is all about outsmarting traffic together. So we have a large community of Wazers that report traffic ahead, road closures, and other barriers to free-flowing traffic. And as you see on the slide here, this many times leads to that always coveted free lane. But even with this very strong community of Wazers, you may still be experiencing that congestion is growing and growing, and you may be seeing roads, that's just the one that you are all familiar with in San Diego, that are congested at more times of the day. In fact, San Diegans drivers lose about 56 hours per year sitting in traffic. That's more than 2 hours a year, 2 days a year of time that your employees could be more productive or spend time with their family. And this also translates to losses of $781 in operating costs such as gas. And it's pretty obvious that congestion is costing our communities both time and money. However, in addition to this, it is harmful to your health, and in the case of employers such as yourself, it adversely impacts the performance of employees. So 23% of workers, as you see in this headline, have quit a job because of this, and it's not salary or time off. Adding 20 minutes to your commute make you as miserable as getting a 19% cut. So this brings me back to Waze and our new mission, which is ending traffic altogether. We believe that through our community, our strength of community building, we can have roads look like this for more time throughout the day. And why is Waze taking on carpooling? Why have we thought of carpooling as that solution? Well, as I said, congestion is growing and growing. And many times when you're on the highway, if you look right and left, what you're going to see is that most vehicles are being driven by one person. And no matter what technologies that we have, whether it's automated vehicle, consolidating those trips is really what is going to make the move in the right direction. But to date, carpooling was something that was very manual. So you had to define your schedule, and then you had to think about, well, what about the days that I don't go in? What will my other carpoolers do on those days? And you had to think about things as safe, about like safety, or how do you even find someone that's on your route? And then there's that awkward, how much do I pay the driver? Will it be in cash? Which one of us is going to drive? I prefer to be the driver, but they want to be the driver, or where do I even meet this person? And as an ETC, you many times had to do the work of putting out a map for people and plotting things out. So again, it was a very manual process. And this is another reason why Waze has decided that this is a way that we can really make a difference in that congestion that we see that is growing and growing. So again, we are an app that is based on community. We have over 115 million monthly users. Of those, we have 500,000 volunteer map editors. So those are the people that are letting us know about road closures and other things that will impede free-flowing traffic. And we're available in over 185 countries, and we receive over 60 million user reports per month. So we have this great resource of technology that can connect us together, and of a community that trusts and believes in our app so much that they put in so much work into making it always get you to work on time or any location that you would like. So what we've done is that we are using that technology and that community to connect drivers and passengers with similar destinations and putting them together along the most optimal routes. And what's unique about our approach? So Waze Carpool isn't like ride shares or taxis. So many times people will think that we're like a TNC such as Lyft or Uber, but no, Wazers are regular drivers, not hired drivers. No, you get to know your co-pilot. So we encourage that you have a conversation with this person. And again, most importantly, we're not adding new trips. This is not an on-demand service like the TNCs. These are trips that are happening anywhere. So it's you and your coworkers or neighbors or people that work near you that are already heading in the same direction using one vehicle instead of multiple vehicles. And it's again sharing the travel costs, not earning. So as a driver, you get paid up to 58 cents per mile, which is the IRS limit for reimbursement. So that is a non-taxable amount. And again, this is going to the fact that it's not a hired driver. It's about getting reimbursement. And then we encourage that our users score the front seat. Again, we're a community that's already very strong on our Waze app, our navigation app. That sense of community is also something that we are encouraging in our carpool app. So how does the Waze carpool app work? Well, what you see in front of you is our carpool calendar. So what you do is you set your itinerary for the week. You put in your home address, your work address, and then the times that you would like to be uh, commuting to and from work. Then you get to schedule this ahead of time. So it automatically populates for the week, or you can change it to increase the flexibility depending on days that you may be leaving work early or leaving work later. And then something again that's really important and it's a really strong part of how we're building community is that you get to scroll through your recommended matches. There's no blind matches. You get to choose who you ride with. And what you're seeing in front of you is someone someone's profile on the app. And you'll get information such as the cost of the trip, star ratings, and then you get to use filters to also decide who you ride with. And these people are all people that are along your routes and are at an optimal distance. So as a rider, you don't have to walk too far, or as a driver, you're not going too far out of your way. And then we're integrated with the Waze driving experience, but we have separated the apps into a rider app, which is the carpool Waze carpool app, and then a driver gets to use the Waze navigation app. The reason that we've done this is that as a driver, you will need the full suite and power of our navigation app. But as a rider, you don't need a lot of those bells and whistles, such as the Cookie Monster voice or DJ Khaled. You get to still, however, have a map that shows you your driver's ETA. You get to, again, schedule your rides, and you get to call or message within the app to keep your driver updated as to any changes that may be occurring. And then, as I mentioned before, traditionally with carpooling, payment was something that could have been awkward or tricky. All payment is securely handled through Google Pay, which is a highly encrypted service. We are a Google company. And 100% of the payment from the rider goes directly to the driver. Again, Waze carpool or Waze really believes that carpool is a way to end congestion, and we're putting a lot of resources to making sure that this works. Now, I want to talk about what a partnership looks like with us at Waze Carpool. To date, we've actually had more than 100 private and public partnerships. These partnerships have been with companies such as Amazon, Facebook, Nike, and in the public sector, of course, with organizations such as SANDAG. And our partnerships occur for various different reasons. We help businesses solve a plethora of challenges that they may have, whether it's Qualcomm trying to alleviate congestion in the Sorrento Valley, or some organizations such as Roche having a parking scarcity and ensuring that there's enough parking through carpooling, so consolidating some of those trips through carpooling, or worker retention, such as Amazon, who was in a transit desert where a lot of their employees, even if they did provide transit, couldn't get to work. So as something that is really important to us is that we are part of your menu of options. For some of your employees, transit will work, others might be able to bike, but carpooling is for those commuters that really cannot get there in those ways. It's for those commuters that would like to still drive, but would like to still continue the sustainability practices of your organizations. And I really wanted to hone in on one of our greatest partnerships, which is a local company in San Diego, Catalent. They're one of those companies that did have a parking scarcity. They had 150 parking spots, and they had 215 employees and were growing. So as you can tell, if you do a little bit of math, they definitely needed to find a solution really quickly. So through our partnership, we created a program that incentivized employees who carpooled by providing $5 per day. So that's something that Catalent decided would incentivize their employees. And then through our partnership, we also talked about what are your employees' demographics? These are the type of things that as partner managers, we work with you as an ETC. And the ETC there talked about the sense of community at Catalent and how there was a lot of friendly competition. So we decided to provide a pair of Bluetooth headphones for those carpoolers, the carpooler with the most rides after 3 months. So what did this partnership result in? Well, carpooling grew by 3 times the original amount. And then by the end of our partnership, 30% of employees were carpooling regularly. So again, what was great about this partnership is that we all came to the table to look for solutions that were tailored to the needs of this organization, which were to alleviate the parking crunch, but that these were solutions that employees would really get excited about and actually move them to make the transition to a more sustainable mode of transportation. Now, I want to talk a little bit an overview of what our advantages are of a partner program with Waze. So again, we do have a full-time team of partner managers dedicated to supporting you throughout the launch. So we'll meet with you, talk about your organization's demographics, talk about what it is that will resonate within your employees, and then we'll decide what the right plan is to move forward. And again, we strongly believe that carpooling is the right solution for many employees, and we strongly believe that it's a way to move the needle as regards to congestion. So we can invest with incentives such as X amount off for riders or drivers, and this could be so for some of your employees it might be a financial incentive, but then other employees, as I was mentioning in the Catalent example, it may be the creating those sense of competition. So we're working together with you with the launch, then with our investment, and it all builds up to the reporting capabilities that we have. So once we reach a critical mass, we can provide you with reports such as miles of saved, pounds of CO2 reduced, and other reporting metrics that you can then use to talk to your stakeholders or supervisors about the positive impacts of carpool, or perhaps even any governmental organizations that are requiring you to provide some reporting to them. So let me deep dive into that launch portion again. So we again really believe that this is the right solution for many companies, and we have no setup fee and no subscription costs. And with this, what do you get for $0? It doesn't mean that you don't get a lot. You get a turnkey marketing kit, and again, that's using your knowledge as an ETC about how to reach your employees best. We can provide you with marketing materials that then are tailored to them. And then we also integrate into Ride Amigos and Loom. So you may have some partners that you're already working with, and we have also worked with them in the past. And you have this team of dedicated support that I've been talking about as partner managers to help you along the way. With your input, we can provide you with the right tools for success. And again, our investments. We will make sure that you're trained on the app, that you are trained on how to spread the word. Again, we provide you with those program materials and best practices. As an ETC, you provide us with the knowledge about what is it that is most effective to get the word out. And we've got those physical and digital assets, and we'll create the ones again that are tailored to you. And we also have a library of how-to videos that I find to be really useful. They sit on our YouTube page, and we can share them with you in other ways. Many times ETCs feel that it is very effective to perhaps put these in an email. A lot of people are more visually inclined, so they are very helpful as well. And then we have those incentives in forms of subsidies, rider or driver bonuses. So we'll work with you to see is there more of a need for drivers or riders in your location, and make sure that our incentives are aligned with that. And then again, talking about that great case in Catalent, is there any contest that we can create to really get the momentum going? And then as an organization, we've seen that a lot of our successful partners will provide preferred parking or other incentives that you can do in-house that really make carpoolers feel special, or really to save some time on that walk from the parking lot. I mean, I love to be able to park as close to the office as possible. And then this is an example of the reports that I'm talking about. So we've been working together to identify what gets the message to your employees most effectively. We've then been launching our partnership together, and then we've gotten your employees to start carpooling. Well, once we reach a critical threshold of about 50 or so unique riders or users, we can then provide you with performance trends and impacts. This report, as you see in front of you, will let you know the pounds of CO2 reduced, the trips between coworkers. So this is information that, again, you can use with your stakeholders to continue the momentum and to perhaps provide even more incentives from your organization towards carpooling. And then we have added a company carpool group. Through this company carpool group, you can view your employee signups, carpools, and the environmental impact as often as you'd like. And then we'll have monthly check-ins with you to review this information. And then what you see in front of you is a carpool group. All of the workers at your location will then can verify their emails and join this group. And you'll see them here and their all-time rides. Then you can use this to perhaps have another incentive where if you reach a certain milestone, something is provided to you. But this is a way that you can view your organization's employees in a separate area. And what's really cool is that they can then match with people at your organization that are along their same route. So if something that you prefer is that your employees ride together, this is one of those ways that we can help you do that. And with that, we hope to, again, reduce congestion and game over traffic. And I'd like to thank you. And Rideshare Week is coming up in a month. And it's a great time to start thinking about ways that we can get in front of your employees and really let them know about Waze Carpool, how to onboard, what the app looks like and how it works, so that when Rideshare Week comes, where we will actually be providing, as Deborah said earlier, dollar rides to anywhere in San Diego, they'll already be familiar enough with the app that they get to take advantage of that week fully. So with that, I'd like to thank you and open it up for questions.
Thank you, Hector. That was an amazing presentation that highlights your amazing product, but also our partnership. And to dovetail with what you were just leaving off there and the promotion that you've helped sponsor for Rideshare Week, it'll be dollar rides for the whole week of September 30th through October 4th. And what that means is, so for if you're somebody who wants to be a carpool passenger, ordinarily you would queue up your carpool trip and it would give you an estimate of how much it'll cost you to contribute to the ride to work. And maybe it says $6 to get from your home to your end destination. But for Rideshare Week, it's only $1. And we want to thank Waze Carpool for doing that. But like what Hector said, learn about the app, set up your carpool trips, learn how it works before Rideshare Week starts. And so during Rideshare Week, the morning of September 30th, you're already going to be taking advantage of your dollar rides. And then also to help describe the carpool trip itself. So that driver would still get their $6. So the $6 is the difference is being subsidized by Waze Carpool. So we want to thank them for that. And more about the promotion is on our website. Anyone? Sorry. Oh, yeah. So one more thing. I'm getting some help here with the team. Anyone else who is new to Carpool who signs up and rides during Rideshare Week will receive an additional credit to continue ride sharing through the month. So there's more information about that on our website. So now we have an opportunity to answer any questions that have come in during the presentation. And that there's anything that we can answer during the Q&A here, we will have our email addresses on the last slide, so you can email either myself or Hector directly, and we can answer those questions for you. Yeah, so one of the questions that we have is, it actually relates to transit, the free ride transit. And oh, it's okay. So we have a question about whether or not the coaster is free on Transit Tuesday. Actually, our free ride day this year is on Wednesday. So Wednesday, October 2nd, you can ride the coaster for free, the bus for free, the trolley for free, the Breeze buses as well. So not Tuesday, Wednesday for Rideshare Week. Yeah, sorry that we couldn't keep it on the same day, but Wednesday's a good day. And it's Clean Air Day. So here's another question that's come in, and it is related to our corporate challenge. So in promotions in the past. We've actually had a competition with employers that have signed up, and the person's asking if we will have a corporate challenge again this year. So no, we're not going to be having this as part of our promotion, but we do encourage you to create your own challenge between your staff, your departments, your business units. It's a good way to engage your employees and get them out to try a new commute during Rideshare Week. So here's another question that's come in related to that iPad grand prize. So they want to know how to enter to win the iPad. So it's simple. Just add your commute story or photo to iCommute's Facebook post, which will be posted on September 30th about Rideshare Week, and you'll be automatically entered to win. So just add your selfie or how you've reimagined your commute, and you'll be automatically entered to win the iPad. So good luck with that. Here's another question. This one says, can iCommute help me promote the event at my work? The answer is yes, we'd love to help you out. There are two ways that we can help you. First, once you register, you'll get an e-toolkit full of helpful marketing materials, and that'll mean flyers, posters, sample emails, and some tips about how to market it internally. So you get that automatically when you sign up. And then the second way we can help you promote it on site is if you have a wellness or an open enrollment event, you can invite us along and we'll help promote Rideshare Week to your staff. Anybody that drops by the iCommute table can find out about Rideshare Week that way and about your commuter program. So I hope that helps. And then another question has to do with the flat ride promo. If whether or not we need a promo code for that, and I'll pass this one over to Hector so that he can answer it and describe how people get that $1 flat ride. Hold on a second while we transfer over to Hector.
Awesome. No, thank you, Deborah. No, you do not need a promo for that week, as long as the ride starts or ends in San Diego County.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So does anybody have any other questions? Okay, here we go. It's another question for Hector, and it has to do with the app, whether or not it's an iPhone only or Android only, if there's any fee to download it. So Hector, can you answer that question, please?
Yeah, no problem. The app is completely free to download, and we're available at both the Google Play and Apple stores. And again, if you would like to be a rider, you would download the Waze Carpool app. But if you're a driver, you may already have the Waze navigation app, and you can use that app to drive people. You'll see an icon on the side of somebody hailing someone, and that you can go in there and create your profile that way.
Perfect, thank you. We have another question here, and this one would be perfect for you, Hector, to answer. The question is, does Waze have a forum where partners can speak to one another about their program?
Does Waze have a forum or a form? I'm sorry.
A forum.
Yeah, so we are actually working on an ETC dinner for our existing partners. And so that is one of the ways that we are bringing people together. But as partner managers, we would definitely want to reach out to you, and then we can definitely connect you with other partners as well, and maybe answer some questions as best practices. We also have worked very closely with our partners, as I mentioned in my presentation, so we can also share some best practices as well, and really deep dive with you at your organization. But yeah, I think that that's always a great idea, is to meet other ETCs and talk about what's successful, what works, what doesn't. So we definitely encourage that, and we are creating that dinner. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just a reminder to employers on the line to register for Rideshare Week. We will follow up with an email with this recording, but also a link to register for Rideshare Week itself and to get those marketing materials and earn a Diamond Award point. Thank you from everyone here at iCommute, and thank you, Hector and Waste Carpool. Again, we're celebrating 10 years of helping employers and commuters commute smarter in San Diego, the region of San Diego. And if you have any questions, we have information that we can provide to you via our email address, which is here. So that's my direct email address, and then Hector's as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Deborah, and thank you for everyone for joining. As I said, Rideshare Week is a month away. Let's really start getting people excited, and feel free to reach out to me, and we will start talking about ways that we can both promote ways and really get your employees familiar with the app, so that once Rideshare Week comes around, they're able to take advantage of those $1 flat rides for the full week. It definitely is something good to have in front of people's eyes beforehand, and we'll work with you to make sure that we can do that effectively.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Have a good
great
day.
day.